And welcome back to the LMS show. Oh my goodness, my name is Lenny Matthews, and we're talking about hooking yourself with them pounds. We're gonna have a young lady who made an appearance with me a while back, and we're still running it on the internet, and got some nice hits too. Come and think of it, yeah. You know, I go by the rating system, you know, who getting these hits. And this is a hit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alicia Flynn. Give her a big hand. Miss Flynn, how are you? We're doing a follow-up. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Lenny. How are you?
Oh, Miss Flynn, I'm doing all right.
Good.
You heard Miss Dees a few minutes ago.
Yes.
What's your opinion of what she said?
I agree with her. I agree with her totally. It's what you eat and exercising. But I think people need to get these tools into their hands, their own hands, on what is overweight. How do I get my body mass index? And what if it's too high? What do I do? It's just so many things that eating causes. We've got diabetes, we've got high cholesterol, we've got hypertension, sodium, all right, with the hypertension. We've got lots of extra fats going around here. Just think about it, Lenny. When people go, especially our kids who are obese, they go to the chicken places, to the Chinese takeouts or whatever, fast food. They get 4 fried chicken wings and french fries every single day. They line up. I think we need a paparazzi out for that, so they can see themselves doing that.
You know, that add up, you know, that brings a whole lot of diabetes on, huh?
That diabetes, but the high cholesterol, that's so hidden.
Man, that cholesterol, yes.
All of that saturated fat gets clogged into the arteries. And guess what? Every time a place doesn't change their cooking oil, that means every piece of chicken that they dip in raw is adding to the fat pot. All right, so it's no longer saturated, unsaturated. It is super saturated, something we don't even have a definition for. All right, if you haven't changed your oil in 2-3 days, and every piece of chicken you put in there, that person is going to eat and absorb it. And they're going to be so unaware in 10-15 years that, you know, their arteries are clogged so badly that they need stents suddenly, heart attacks. We hear kids going to school after summer break and getting on the football court and dropping dead of heart attacks. This is real. You don't get heart attacks when you're 40, 50. You get them because you're eating the wrong things.
Well, this is at a young age too, right?
Of course. And not enough attention is paid to our adolescents. We don't get the checkups that adults do.
How about we were talking about school lunches? You know, I remember them school lunches back from the day.
Well, I'm sad to say that I am a nutritionist. I work for Bronx Lebanon Hospital, and all my overweight adolescents and children come to me, and the first thing I tell them is, I know you don't eat breakfast and lunch because none of you do. And it's true.
But it makes
I'm doing this for years. They skip it, and then they go to the Chinese takeout, McDonald's, pizza.
Oh no, we mentioned, okay, no, we mentioned their names on there.
I'm sorry.
But you know, but also too, we'll take this to their credit. They're trying to correct the problem. They're trying to correct the problem.
Yes.
A lot of these food chains are trying to correct the problem
which
too.
Is good.
And which is good, and which is a positive. I think they corrected more than some of these takeout joints.
Of course.
They go to takeout joints, okay, because see, these companies care about their reputation.
Yeah, there's no focus.
And their reputation is much more important than you know, changing the oil every day of the week. Don't change the oil. Oh
but
my
it's
goodness,
the cheapness. It's $1.50 or $2. How much?
Well, it is a cheap meal, yeah.
Right.
But also too, if you go to, we won't mention the name, go to a supermarket. I say it's not your mommy and daddy supermarket no more, or your grandpa supermarket. They're a little, you know, I'm not gonna mention the name on there. They're a little expensive.
Oh yeah.
You know, and a lot of people can't afford. But also too, they have programs. I think with the city, they're trying to, you know, have vending machines. You know, not vending machines. No, God, take the vending machines out. They have like vendors selling like vegetables and, you know, fruits and vegetables, you know, in the neighborhood, you know, like the politician, local politician, you know.
Yeah.
And I remember my council lady, you know, they made an offer. This is a sad commentary, you know. They made an offer to us in the neighborhood. She said, well, look, take advantage of this. We didn't want to take advantage of it. You got somebody from the outside take advantage, and you say, well, why he sit back here selling this? Well, you got your first crack at the bat. You know, they see something there. All right.
That's true. But We have to take it over. We have to put it in our hands. We can't depend on the government or this or that to take things out of food.
Talk about the government. You a year ago, I remember you wrote a letter to the first lady of the land.
Yes, I did.
You know, she's shopping at one of them stores, Incognito. I won't mention the name of the store. Read that letter. Now I want to ask you a question about that.
Okay. I received this letter from the White House on April 1st, 2010, and it was concerning childhood obesity. And this is how they responded to my letter to them, to Michelle Obama. Dear Ms. Flynn, thank you for offering to help the First Lady in the fight against childhood obesity. We will be enlisting the help of a variety of people from across the country in months and years ahead. And we are excited by the groundswell of support we have received on this issue. I want to assure you that your letter and contact information will be kept on file in our office should an opportunity to collaborate arise in the future. As you know, the First Lady is leading an initiative called Let's Move that centers around the ambitious national goal of solving the challenge of childhood obesity within a generation so that children born today will reach adulthood in a healthy way. Let's Move will engage every sector impacting the health of children to achieve this national goal and will provide schools, families, and communities simple tools to help kids be more active, eat better, and get healthy. This initiative is comprehensive, collaborative, and community-oriented, and it will specifically address the various factors that lead to childhood obesity by helping parents make healthy choices for their families, providing healthier foods in schools, increasing physical activity, and improving access to affordable food in all communities. That's something you were mentioning. Please join us online at www.letsmove.gov, where you can stay updated on news and connect with our efforts. Mrs. Obama believes that people like you are vital to our success on this issue, and she urges you to stay active and continue to lead the efforts to improve the health of children in your community. Thank you again for your invitation. The First Lady greatly values the important work being done all across the country, and she wishes you continued success with your efforts. Sincerely.
I'll give her a big hand. Now, I know this show may fall into 2012, and we go on beyond. And people will say, we're not playing politics, because not only that we were talking on the telephone, we're talking about back then in the 1960s, President Kennedy had the physical fitness program. A lot of people forgot about that. Right? Tell us a little bit about that.
I remember being in this, when this program was announced. Of course, I'm a kid, I'm in school. But out of nowhere, we were taken down to the gymnasium, and every class was individually asked to set it up so that each child did a certain amount of sit-ups and push-ups. I know I went home with some cramps I'd never experienced before, but I said, well, I didn't understand it, but it was good. It was good. But he did it, and it got there, and it got done. I don't see this happening as fast as it needs to happen.
No, well, that could be for another show in another sense, too, because we know what happened to it.
Yeah.
It's not happening. We're seeing this.
But, Lenny, I think we need to stop relying on the government.
Well, I always say that.
And just get out there and do it, all right? Jobs program, all kinds of stuff. I'm not knocking them. I appreciate what they're doing. But also, too, we got to do for self a little bit, too. For sure. And all these gyms, Department of Parks, free gyms for all children.
In New York City, and maybe other cities, too. Yeah.
Yes, under 18 years old, totally free. Indoor swimming, karate, ballet, hip-hop classes, totally free. Parents, you've got to get involved.
We have to support, organizations like the Boys and the Girls Club, and
for sure.
And we need to support these organizations. Sure. Very important.